Burkina Faso is a landlocked country located in West Africa, known for its rich cultural heritage, vibrant traditions, and resilient people. Despite its modest international profile, Burkina Faso plays an important role in the region's history, politics, and culture. It shares borders with 6 countries: Mali to the north, Niger to the east, Benin to the southeast, Togo and Ghana to the south, and Côte d'Ivoire to the southwest. The country's capital and largest city is Ouagadougou. Geography and climate. Covering an area of approximately 274,000 square kilometers, Burkina Faso is mostly a flat, landlocked plateau with some rolling hills and low mountains in the southwest. The country lies entirely within the tropics and experiences a generally warm climate. There are 3 distinct seasons: a dry and cool season from November to February, a hot and dry season from March to May, and a rainy season from June to October. The north of Burkina Faso is part of the Sahel region, a semi-arid zone just south of the Sahara Desert. This area suffers from frequent droughts and desertification, which pose significant challenges to agriculture and food security. History. The history of Burkina Faso stretches back to ancient times, with archaeological findings suggesting human presence in the area for thousands of years. Several powerful kingdoms existed in the region, most notably the Mossi kingdoms, which emerged around the 11th century. The Mossi people resisted Islamic expansion from the north and later fought off colonization attempts for centuries. In the late 19th century, French colonialists took control of the region, naming it Upper Volta. The country remained under French rule until it gained independence on August 5, 1960. In 1984, President Thomas Sankara, a charismatic Marxist leader, renamed the country Burkina Faso, meaning land of upright people in the local languages Mor and Dioula. Sankara introduced sweeping reforms in health, education, women's rights, and anti-corruption efforts. However, he was assassinated in 1987, and his legacy remains a significant part of the country's identity and political discourse. Politics and governance. Burkina Faso has experienced political instability, marked by coups, protests, and uprisings. Recent years have seen increasing insecurity due to insurgencies by Islamist militant groups, especially in the northern and eastern regions. This ongoing violence has led to internal displacement and a humanitarian crisis. The country operates as a semi-presidential republic, but the fragile security situation has often hindered democratic governance. Despite these challenges, civil society in Burkina Faso is active and resilient, playing a vital role in pushing for political reform and justice. Economy. Burkina Faso's economy is largely dependent on agriculture, which employs around 80% of the population. Key crops include sorghum, millet, maize, and cotton. Livestock farming is also widespread. However, due to unreliable rainfall and desertification, agricultural productivity is vulnerable. Another crucial sector is gold mining, which has become one of the country's largest sources of export revenue. In fact, Burkina Faso is one of Africa's top gold producers. Despite this, economic benefits often fail to reach the broader population due to corruption and weak infrastructure. The country remains one of the poorest in the world, with a significant portion of its population living below the poverty line. Access to healthcare, education, and clean water remains a challenge in many rural areas. Culture and society. Burkina Faso is known for its rich cultural diversity. The country is home to over 60 ethnic groups, the largest being the Mossi, who make up nearly half the population. Other groups include the Fulani, Bobo, Lobi, Guransi, and Sinyafo. Traditional music, dance, and storytelling are integral parts of social life. Burkina Faso has a thriving film industry and hosts the FESPACO, Pan-African Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou, which is one of Africa's most prestigious film festivals. Religion also plays a central role in society. Islam and Christianity are the dominant religions, but traditional African spiritual practices remain influential. Language. The official language is French, a legacy of colonial rule. However, local languages such as Moor, Dioula, Fulfulde, and many others are widely spoken across the country. These indigenous languages are crucial in everyday communication, especially in rural areas. Challenges and future outlook. Burkina Faso faces numerous challenges, including terrorism, poverty, political instability, and environmental degradation. However, the resilience of its people, rich cultural heritage, and growing youth population offer hope for a better future. Efforts by international partners, local communities, and the government continue to focus on peace building, economic development, and education reform. While progress is slow and difficult, Burkina Faso remains a country of promise, rooted in the strength and dignity of its people. Let me